Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue with the chapter current electricity. The new topic is meter bridge. So yesterday we have learned Western bridge and the problems based on Western bridge. Today we will move ahead. So meter bridge is nothing but the modification of Western bridge. In Western bridge method, to determine unknown resistance we are using three known resistance. Okay, so choosing of three known resistance uh, require more time. Okay, it's a try and error method to choose those three resistance and make the bridge balance. So what is done in meter bridge here, out of three resistance, three known resistance, we are going to take two resistance by we are going to replace two resistance by a wire. Okay, so in meter bridge there is one known resistance, that is resistance of resistance box, and two known resistance are replaced by a wire of length 1 meter. That's why bridge is called 1 meter bridge. Okay, meter bridge is why meter bridge is called meter bridge, because meter bridge uses a wire of length 1 meter. That's why it is called meter bridge. So the difference between western bridge and meter bridge is that, in as a construction, on basis of construction, western bridge uses three known resistances, meter bridge uses one known resistance, and two resistance are replaced by a resistance of a meter wire. Okay, so let's see the construction of meter bridge. And working is same as western bridge, only the construction changes here, some of the modification in construction. So X is the unknown resistance and R is the known resistance in resistance buck that we have to choose. Okay, and a wire of 1 meter length is placed between the points A and B. Okay, so this wire is divided in two parts, LX and LR. Okay, and the galvanometer is connected between across the end C and D. Okay, so in western bridge, as we are getting the balance point condition, here also we are going to get that condition. Okay, let's see construction, just reading. A meter bridge consists of a wire of uniform cross section and 1 meter in length. So this is the 1 meter in length. Okay, stretched on a meter scale. 1 meter scale is kept below the wire. Okay, so AB is a wire and 1 meter scale is kept below this wire. Always remember this experiment will be in your practical. Always remember the end A should match with a 0 of meter scale, and end B should match with 100 centimeter point on scale. Okay, then this wire AB is connected with a battery or cell of EMF with key and a rheostat is a variable resistance to control the current in a circuit. Why rheostat is used mostly in practical circuits? Because we don't have a cell of, or for example, if this whole circuit requires a voltage of 50 volt, but every and some of the other electrical circuit requires a voltage of 100 volt, 15 volt, then every time we are not going to buy a new battery or cell. So what we do in our practical lab, we just buy a battery of higher voltage, for example 100 volt, then we put across it a rheostat, a variable resistance. On basis of requirement we adjust our variable resistance and getting the voltage. So we have a higher voltage battery, we put a rheostat across it, and rheostat what does, it divides the resistance, it divides the, sorry, voltage, and accordingly, according to our requirement, we are getting the voltage. So for example, if the battery has a voltage of 50 volt and circuit's requirement is 15 volt, then the remaining 35 volt will come across this rheostat. Okay, so that's the use of rheostat. Okay, to control the voltage or current in the circuit. And okay, let's see. A single metal strip separates the two L-shaped strips. Mostly these strips are copper strips, and there is one I strip. the forming a left gap and right gap. In left gap we have unknown resistance X is connected in left gap, and the resistance box is connected in the right gap. This is a known resistance. Okay, and galvanometer is connected. You can see one end of galvanometer is connected to junction of these two resistances, and the other end is connected to a jockey. Okay, what is jockey? Jockey is a moving conductor. Okay, it has a temporary contact with the wire AP. Okay, so as a suitable resistance R is selected from resistance box, jockey is brought in contact with AB at various points of the wire AB. Okay, so how this experiment is carried out? As long as jockey is not touched on wire AB, there is no current flowing through galvanometer. As we put jockey on wire, there is a flow of current in galvanometer. So we move jockey on wire AB such that there will be a point at which galvanometer will not show any deflection. Okay, or this point is called as null point. Galvanometer is not showing any deflection, means it is showing as a zero deflection, or it is also called as a null deflection, and the point is called as null point. So here we are getting the point D at which galvanometer is showing as a null deflection. So basically, why the current is not flowing through galvanometer at this point? At this point, the voltage potential potential at point C and potential at point D becomes equal. Okay, or there is no potential difference. Okay, so all current at point A, at point A is a junction. The total current I, as we see in Western bridge, divided at junction, some of current will go through strip to X and some of the current will go along wire. Okay, okay, so along the current that is going along strip A towards X will not go towards galvanometer, will continue towards resistance box, and the wire it is continues towards other section of wire. Okay, so this is also like a Western bridge. At null point, galvanometer is not showing deflection. So as per Western bridge balance equation, resistance upon resistance of X, resistance of this part upon resistance of this part equal to resistance of wire of part Lx equal to resistance of wire of part Lr, or we can also write it as X upon resistance of part Lx equal to R upon resistance of part Lr. This is the just cross multiplication, so it is shown as X by R equal to resistance of part AD RAD and resistance of part RDB. Okay, okay, let's move ahead. So as we already learned in 11th, relation between resistance and specific resistance is also called as resistivity. So what is the relation? R is equal to rho L by A. So for RAD, rho rho is a material property, so it will be a constant. And what is the length for AD? LAD, and the area of cross section is also remains same as the same wire. Okay, and for dB we have written this way. Put all these values in this equation, so same value will cut out. What we are getting, X by R equal to Lx by Lr. So Lx is the distance of null point from left end, Lr is the distance of null point from right hand side. We can, as the length of wire is 1 meter or 100 centimeter, we can write Lr as a 100 minus Lx. Okay, as it is a ratio, so it is not necessary to take in SI unit, because if the ratio of same unit is the ratio of units of same quantity is always same. Okay, by knowing this equation we can determine the resistance of unknown unknown resistance of a body placed in left gap. So always remember, in meter grip, unknown resistance is kept in left gap and known resistance is kept in right gap. Okay, so what is the advantage of meter bridge over Western bridge? meter bridge uses one known resistance and two known resistance of western bridge is replaced by a resistance of wire of length 1 meter. Let's see a solved problem here. It is given two resistance 2 ohm 3 ohm connected across the two gaps of meter bridge as shown in figure 2 and 3. Calculate the current flowing through the cell when the bridge is balanced and the specific resistance of the material of meter bridge wire. Given the resistance of bridge wire is 1.49, other okay, resistance of meter bridge wire is given 1.49 ohm and its diameter is 0.12. So we have to calculate the current through the cell and the specific resistance. So let's see how it is done. So these two resistance 2 plus 3 is in series. So in series with resistance gets added. So R1 is the resistance of wire 1.49 and R2 the total resistance of these 2 plus 3 5. This 5 ohm resistor is in parallel with resistance of wire. As is there is bridge is balanced, there is no current across the, so no need to show this part. So this path and this path of resistance is parallel, and parallel we know already how to, what is the formula for parallel if two resistance are given R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So R1 is the resistance of wire and R2 is the combined resistance of these two gaps resistance. So we have find out the equivalent resistance. What is the equivalent voltage? 2 volt. So by Ohm's law I equal to E by equivalent resistance current we have got, and specific resistance of wire rho is equal to what? Rho is equal to R area by L resist, and area of wire is pi r square. Already given the radius, I think radius diameter is given 0.12 centimeter. The just get the radius will be what? 0.06. Just put and get the specific resistance. Okay, let's move ahead. Remember this part. So meter bridge, this method is also come for a 3 marks question. Explain the method, working and calculation. Okay, that there is 1 mark on diagram. There is also a come problem of 3 marks, sometimes come for 2 marks. Okay, let's move ahead. Sources of error in meter bridge. This is a 2 marks question in on this topic. This is also asked in exam. So the cross section of wire may not be uniform. Errors: the ends of wire are soldered to the metallic strip where contact resistance is developed, which is not taken into account. Okay, the measurement of Lx and Lr may not be accurate. So these are the errors in meter bridge. To minimize error, what should be do? What should be done? The value of R is adjusted such that null point is obtained to middle one third of the wire. Okay, so there is a uniform distribution of resistance and percentage error will be minimum. The experiment is repeated by interchanging the position of unknown resistance and known resistance R. So just exchange, put R here and X here. Okay, the jockey should be tapped on the wire, not slided. We use jockey between the point. Where is the continuation of what? To detect whether there is a current through the central branch. This is possible only by tapping the jockey. The jockey should be tapped on the wire, not slided. Okay, just tap it and check whether the current in through the circuit is there or not. Okay, applications of Western bridge. It is used for measuring the values of very low resistance precisely. We can also measure the quantities such as galvanometer resistance, capacitance, inductance, and impedance using a Western bridge. Okay, so for now in our standard we have one application, galvanometer resistance. Capacitance capacitance is the capacity of a capacitor. What is the capacitance and capacity we will learn in the chapter electrostatic. Inductance and impedance we will see in our chapter EMI, electromagnetic induction. Okay, so how do galvanometer resistance calculated? The method is given here, that is Kelvin's method. So just remember two sources of error and two minimization of error. This question comes for 2 marks. Okay, next move ahead to Kelvin's method to determine resistance of galvanometer. So this method is totally same as meter bridge method. There is only two changes. The meter bridge, always also remember, meter bridge method is also called as null deflection method. And to determine galvanometer resistance, the method is called as equal deflection method. Why it is called equal deflection method? Let's see. Okay, so in this method all construction is same. Only difference is that in meter bridge galvanometer is connected here, so it is removed from here, it is connected in left gap. Because in meter bridge unknown resistance is connected in left gap, and here we don't know the resistance of galvanometer, or galvanometer is our unknown resistance, so we kept galvanometer in this gap. Okay, so and construction is same or working. Just take the suitable resistance box, rheostat it adjusted to get a suitable deflection around. Okay, let's see the method. What is the method saying? Now the jockey is tapped at different points of wire and a point of contact D for which galvanometer shows and no change in the deflection is found. As the galvanometer shows the same deflection with or without contact between the point P and D, these 2 points must be equipotential point. Okay, is found. uh, Initially this method is like, uh, we don't put jockey on wire AC. Okay, and check the deflection of current in galvanometer. After putting the point, putting, as we have not put jockey on the wire, there is no current across the wire BD. We touch the jockey on wire and find out the point for which galvanometer shows same deflection as it is showing before touching the jockey on wire. Okay, so what I said earlier in the last year, the method is explained like in this way. We have not put the jockey on wire, just measure the current in galvanometer, let's it is a X reading. Then as this jockey is not put on wire AC, so at this point circuit is incompleted or open, the whole current is going towards R. As we put jockey on wire AC, the sum of the current, as circuit is closed after putting a jockey on wire AC, so some of the current will flow through this path, and we are trying to find out the point at which galvanometer shows same reading as it is touched, it is showing below putting jockey on the wire, that is the X reading. So the galvanometer will show a reading only for one condition. So as we are getting the same reading on the point D, okay, so there will be no current along this path. that that means the point D and point D will be equipotential point. So in this method we are not getting the zero deflection in galvanometer, we are getting the same deflection as we touch the jockey before and after touching the jockey. So that's why this method is called as equal deflection method. Okay, it is written as the galvanometer shows the same deflection with or without contact between the point B and D, hence these 2 points must be equipotential point. Okay, hence this method is called equal deflection method. I hope you have understand. Let me explain once again. In meter bridge, what we are doing, we just push the unknown resistance X in left gap and known resistance R in right gap. Okay, before touching the jockey, galvanometer is showing some deflection. After touching the jockey, we are finding a point at which galvanometer is showing as a zero deflection. Okay, galvanometer is showing zero deflection means there is no current along this path, the bridge is balanced. Now in Kelvin's method, he put galvanometer in left gap. Okay, as we don't know the resistance of galvanometer. Okay, And the method, what he did, so before touching the jockey, he measured the current in galvanometer. As the jockey is not touch on the wire AC, there is no current along this path. Or we can say that the point B and point D are equipotential point. Okay. And after touching the jockey on wire AC, we are finding the point at which galvanometer shows same reading when it is not touched on the wire. So then the current will not flow for that point D. So point D is called here equal deflection method. Okay, because galvanometer shows the same reading when the jockey is not touch on the wire, and after touching the jockey on wire, okay, we are getting the same reading as before, that is the X is any reading we are getting when current is not flowing through the jockey. Okay, so hence this method is called equal deflection method, same as we have seen in our meter bridge. What is the formula? X by R equal to Lx by Lr. So here X is what? Unknown resistance, the galvanometer, hence it is written as G, and all are same. Okay, just here Lx is replaced by Lg. Okay, uh, you can keep it is like a Lx, no need to change. Okay, just only change is X is replaced by G and all formula is same. No need to write Lx as a Lg. Okay, we can understand. Okay, I already said this above. uh, if we know the left hand side distance, the right hand side distance will be 100 minus left hand side distance. Okay, post office box is also a practical form of Eastern bridge to determine unknown resistance. Okay, so here it consists of three arms. Along three arms there are resistances are kept. Okay, so just remember directly the formula. Unknown resistance we are keeping here. Okay, okay, where P and Q are the fixed resistance in the ratio arms, and R is an adjustable known resistance. Okay, just remember P and Q are the fixed resistance in the ratio arms. Okay, so P and Q ratio ohms, and R is the adjustable resistance, X is the unknown, and you determine the unknown. R is the adjustable known resistance, and you can determine unknown resistance X. Okay, if L is the length of wire and R is the radius, then the specific resistance of material you can find. Rho, we already see rho is what? R A by L. Here resistance is what? Unknown resistance X, area will be pi r square, and the length of wire. Okay, so we have seen three formulas, and this is the one for meter bridge. Remember that meter bridge method is also called as null deflection method. The point, the that null deflection method, if you write in the answer, you will get half marks. Okay, if people student will not writing that three words, then they will lose half marks. And Kelvin's methods, don't forget to write equal deflection method. It is also called as. We are not getting null deflection. We are not getting a zero deflection in Kelvin's method. Okay, as this is come in this observe and discuss method, so don't don't confuse with reading. It will come in an exam because it is the most likely asked question in our board. Okay, same formula as of meter bridge. Okay, and then another formula for a specific resistance of a wire of resistance is X and radius R. Western bridge is also used for strain measurement. So three resistances are known: R1, R2, R3. Okay, it is the application of Western bridge. and Rg is the resistance or resistance of the strain gauge. Strain gauge is a device to measure strain. Okay, so far we have seen Kirchhoff's laws, Kirchhoff's first law and Kirchhoff's second law. Okay, their explanation, problem based on that, meter, then Whiston bridge. Okay, then meter bridge and Kelvin's method for determine galvanometer resistance. Remember these sources of error, minimize error. This is a 2 marks question. This Kelvin's method and meter bridge also 3 marks question. Problem also come for 2 or 3 marks. The next topic we have is potentiometer. We will see in the next lecture. Let's see the problem that we have. Problem based on meter bridge. Okay. Okay. There is a problem in MCQ on meter bridge. What is written here? To find the resistance of golden bangle, what is given? Let me show you the solution also. Okay, to find the resistance of a gold bangle. Okay, two diametrically opposite points of bangle are connected to terminals of left gap. Okay, in left gap we meter bridge in left gap. In left gap, a gold bangle is placed with two diametrically opposite points. Okay, you can see. Okay, diametrically opposite points. And in right gap, a resistance of 4 ohm is introduced. A 4 ohm resistance. What is the resistance of bangle? If null point is obtained 20 centimeter from the left end, so hand left hand side distance is 20, then right hand side distance will become 80. Let us assume gold bangle's resistance is x ohm. So as it is connected between the two diametrically opposite points, so upper half part and lower half part will be same. So upper half as total resistance of bangle is x, then upper part have a resistance of x by 2 and lower part has also resistance of x by 2. So I have shown like this in this way. So two resistance x by 2, x by 2 are connected in a parallel. We can assume it here. Okay. So what is the combined left gap resistance? And we already see the formula to if two resistance are in parallel, then Rp equal to what? R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay, if two resistances are in parallel, then the equivalent resistance will be what? Equal to R1 R2 R1 into R2 upon R1 plus R2. So R1 R2 both are same. Okay, if two resistances in parallel are same, then the equivalent resistance will be half of individual resistance. So half of x by 2, what you will get? X by 4. It is a shortcut. If two resistance are in parallel, for example there are two resistance of 4 ohm connected in parallel, then equivalent resistance will come as a 2 ohm. Okay, so it is half of individual resistance when two resistance are same in parallel. So half of x by 2 is x by 4, and right hand resistance is 4 ohm and distance is 20, it is 80. What is formula? X by R equal to Lx upon Ly. Okay, as we see already in meter base, left gap resistance upon right gap resistance equal to left hand side distance upon right hand side distance. So just putting the values, we are getting X as a 4 ohm. Okay, so let's mark as the answer is what? B. Okay, so it is only the problem in MCQ, no problem based on meter base in unsolved section. We will see some of the board question of meter base. Okay, so this MCQ is also done. We already see this MCQ for meter bridge. Okay, let's see another MCQ. Okay, so here is a question: in following circuit diagram, an infinite series of resistance is shown. Okay, you can see 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, all are repeating to infinity. So find out the equivalent resistance between A and B. Okay, this is the interesting question. It is most of time asked in CT and NET and JEE main. So as we can see that this the part 1 ohm, 2 ohm all are repeated. So it is going up to infinity. Okay, if we add any, for example, if we are adding 5 plus infinity, then what we are going to get 5 plus infinity is what? Let me show you what I want to say. So 5 plus infinity, I think we have don't symbol for infinity. You know the symbol of infinity. 5 plus infinity, what you are going to get? Infinity. Okay, so what is the need of? Okay, let me show you. Okay, so resistances are given here. So these 1 ohm, 2 ohm resistance are going to repeat. Okay, so what we can, let's see the solution. So you can see that uh, all these 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 are going to repeat. So we can say that the equivalent resistance of all these is what? R equivalent. So I have written as R equivalent. Okay, as this whole is going to repeat again and again. Okay, and let's see these 1 ohm, 2 ohm resistance are R1, R2. In general, I want to find out, and this R equivalent is X. So R2 X is in parallel. Hope you have understand why I've written it like as R equivalent. Okay, because this the if we find out the R equivalent of this part, it is going to repeat again and again. So we can write it as a whole as a R equivalent. Okay, so let's solve this. We have written 1 ohm, 2 ohm as R1, R2, and R equivalent is X. R2 X are in parallel. So equivalent, if two resistance are in parallel, then the formula is R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So just written like a, and the equivalent comes as this resistance and R1, and this combination is in series. So in series we are going to add to the resistance. So resistance between point RAB means what? R equivalent. Okay, and R equivalent is equal to R1 plus this resistance. So solve, and R equivalent we already assume what it is, X. So just put X here. Okay, solve these equations. We are getting a quadratic equation. We have direct formula to find out answer of roots of quadratic equation. Okay, so by putting all this value, we are getting as a value of unknown resistance X. Okay, this, so R1 is 1 ohm, R2 is 2 ohm. Put all these values in this variable X. So we are getting the resistance. As resistance is never negative, so the answer will be X equal to 2 ohm. I think I hope you have understand how we solve this problem. So just want to explain once again. So this 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm are going to repeat. Okay, So the equivalent between the resistance between A and B will be R equivalent, okay, or X. As it is going to repeat again, so we assumed it is a R equivalent, okay. And just put it here, R1 R2 as X, and just find out, okay. So this problem is also get solved. We have another problem in MCQ question 5. So these are the basic resistance solve problem, not related to topic, okay. And these problems are like we have seen the series combination, parallel combination, so application oriented. So what is the question 5? Question 5, a circular loop has a resistance of 40 ohm, 2 points P and Q of the loop, 2 points P and Q of the loop forming as a one quarter of the circumference apart, 1/4, 1/4, connected to a 24-volt battery with an internal resistance of 0.5 ohm of this battery, okay. And the overall resistance of the circular loop is 40 ohm, then resistance of 1/4 or 1/4 will be 10 ohm, right? Resistance of one loop is 40 ohm, then the resistance of 1/4 quarter will be 40 ohm, the remaining quarter will be what? 3/4, 30 ohm. So we can see from the figure that between point P and Q, this 1/4 section and this 3/4 section are connected in parallel. So 1/4 section has a resistance of 10 ohm and 3/4 section has a resistance of 30 ohm. So two resistance in parallel connected in series with a cell of EMF 24 volt, or sorry, a battery of EMF 24 volt, internal resistance 0.2 ohm. Again these two resistance in parallel, just solve what is the parallel combination of two resistance R1 R2. Formula is Rp equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So find out what is the equivalent of this 30 and 10 ohm, 7.5 ohm, 5 ohm. Then this 7.5 ohm is in series with 0.5 ohm. It is shown. What will come? 8 ohm. And then by apply Ohm's law equal to VR, we will get the current in the loop. So what is the answer? 3 ampere. Okay. So this is the these two problems, total 3 MCQ. We have solved all the four. Okay. You have also solved this MCQ also, Kirchhoff's first law in conservation of law of charge. Okay, it is a first law, right? We have solved this problem 10, 11, 10, 11 is same, and 12 is 20, both are same. 13 question is based on Western bridge. I think no, it is not based. We have not solved it. We will solve in our coming lectures. And remaining problem is based on potentiometer. We will see the potentiometer in our next video. Okay. So thank you for now. Okay. Thank you.